And you could say I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla of Skalitz.
Great. I see you're kitted out pretty well, all right. Have you ever been in battle with that lord of yours, Henry of Skalitz?
I have. Minor skirmishes, big battles, and not just with my liege lord.
Good. If you can keep your wits in battle, I could use your help. Have you faced humans? Turks? Don't they frighten you?
Human or German knight, makes no difference. They all bleed when you cut them.
Those are the words of an experienced warrior. I like that. I reckon you really could help me. I'm on the trail of a band of humans who captured my brother. And I need someone who'll watch my back in combat.
Your colours, sir. Battlements, silver and red. I don't think I've ever seen that crest. Are you from far away?
Moravia. I'm the heir to... That is... I'm the Lord of Engelsberg Castle.
The heir or the lord, sir?
Lord, now. My father died recently. But let's not waste time on niceties and family history. Time is pressing, and my brother is in captivity.
How was your brother captured?
We were ambushed by this band of Cuman cutthroats in the woods near Kuttenberg. They killed my men and took Miroslav captive.
How come they didn't kill him too?
Well, they're not stupid. They knew he was a knight and they could ransom him. Or worse again, sell him into slavery.
What brought you and your company to the Kuttenberg region?
We were riding to Sedlets.
What's so important in Sedlets that you'd ride all that way?
We were transporting a valuable cargo.
What was it?
That's a family matter that I can't disclose to you. Certainly not until you promise to help me rescue Miroslav.
Is anyone else going to ride with us?
No one. It will just be the two of us, if you accept my offer. I asked the Lord of Pisek for help, but it seems the Bohemian lords are shitting their brays and afraid to set foot outside their walls, as long as Segismund is camping there.
So you want us to track down and defeat a Cuman band, just the two of us?
Are you afraid? They sneaked up on us. Otherwise, we'd have driven them off. They won't be expecting a counterattack so soon, and we'll have the element of surprise.
It sounds pretty hazardous. How do you want to handle it?
Well, here's the plan. We'll go back to the place where the Cumans ambushed us, follow their tracks and catch up with them. Once we find them, we'll free Miroslav and take revenge. Can I count on you?
All right, Sir Jan. I'll help you.
Excellent. I was starting to think I'd never find anyone in this kingdom with a grain of courage, but I need you to obey my commands to the letter. This is a matter of life and death.
I understand, sir.
Follow me, Henry. Mount up and ride with me. The place where we were ambushed isn't far.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Tell me, Henry, where are you from?
From Skalitz, sir.
Drop the sir. You're riding into battle with me. So call me Posey. From Skalitz, you say? Where's that?
It's not far from Sasau. They mine the king's silver there. Well, they used to. The place was torched and pillaged by Sigismund's army. And it's been abandoned.
We haven't been affected directly by this royal war so far. Fortunately.
Sir, Posey, where are you from?
My father, Albrecht, ruled Engelsberg in Moravia, but our family's originally from these parts. Our house was founded by Miroslav of Simperk. He built Simperk Castle near to Kuttenberg and also founded Sedlev's Monastery.
So you're a local?
Yes and no. Our family is from here. We've lived in Moravia for several generations. Enough talk. We'd do better to quicken our pace. Dig your spurs in and stick close to me. There. That's where they ambushed us. Well, well. I see the scavengers are gathering. Follow me, Henry. Halt, you thieves! Don't move a finger, or we'll kill you all!
Have mercy, sir.
Who speaks for you?
I do. Who are you?
I am Sir Jan Posey of Simburg. And these are my men here, who you are robbing and desecrating.
Your man?
Stop stammering and introduce yourself to your lord, you
Who's that?
beast!
Mercy, sir. My name is Wojtek. We never did nothing to no one.
Did nothing? Robbing the dead is a crime. And since these are my men, I have every right to sentence you all to death for that crime.
Sir,
You should never have come
we
in.
didn't take nothing valuable. We was just looking for some food or some little thing we could swap for a bite to eat. These are evil times, and my wife and kids ain't got a morsel to eat. Be merciful.
Have mercy,
Sir, please.
Hey, wait! Surely you're not going to kill them?
Have mercy, good sirs. We didn't take nothing of value.
Don't side with those bastards, Henry. We can't let this go unpunished. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't execute them on the spot.
You're a knight. Isn't mercy an important part of the creed you were born into? Ever since I was little, I dreamt of becoming a knight. And I always believed it wasn't just about fighting and killing, but also mercy and defending the weak. Show these wretches that a knight knows more than war and death.
Oh, as you wish, Henry. Don't think they deserve mercy, but have it your way. You hear that, you rabble? Go! And remember, you owe your miserable lives to Henry of Skalitz. It was only his words that saved you from execution.
Thank you, kind sirs. You'll never see us again, I swear.
Vanish!
Well, that's that.
It's pretty clear from the tracks which way that band set out. But I'd still like to have a quick look around here.
Why? What are we looking for?
There was a priest traveling with us, Father Stephen. I need to know whether they got him or not. Search the bodies on the road. I'll have a look around the cart. If you find him, come and let me know. He has something on him that's valuable to me.
Can I ask you something first?
You're all right, but spit it out quick.
How come you had a priest traveling with you?
He was an emissary from Sedlet's monastery. We needed him when Father died,
So you were escorting him back?
more or less. No more questions now, Henry. Time is wasting.
How did they ambush you?
It was dusk. But we wanted to stop off at Kuttenberg for the night. Those whoresons must have been following us for some time, waiting for an opportunity. They rained arrows on us from the woods and then charged us. Before we had time to muster, it was all over.
How did you survive the ambush?
When it started, my mare took fright and carried me away from the battle. That damned beast saved my life. By the time I got her under control, those swine had already hauled off Miroslav and half of our cargo. I chased after them, but they lost me in the woods.
Shouldn't we bury those bodies? We can't just leave them lying here.
Unfortunately, we don't have time for that. May God forgive us.
That's all.
I thought you'd never stop asking questions. We've no time for chatting here.
All right. I'll check all the bodies and see if I can find that priest.
Good. And Henry, if you happen across anything that you might find useful, go ahead and take it. You have my permission. You should go into battle properly equipped. And anyway, someone will loot everything before I can send anyone here. The fellas had halberds. If you find one, it'll surely come in handy for keeping those bastards at a safe distance.
No doubt you're right. I'll see if I can find anything useful then. Right. I'll get to work then.
This must be that priest. Dead and rot. Whoever did this has no scruples.
I found that priest. He's dead.
Lord have mercy. Did he have anything on him? A small chest?
No, I didn't find anything like that. They must have stolen it.
Ah, that's all we fucking need. Well, there's nothing to be done about it. I'll deal with it later. Now we have to save Miroslav. The Cuman's tracks lead towards the woods. It shouldn't be hard to track them, but we can't do it on horseback. We'll leave the horses here and go on foot. Stay on my heels and be prepared for anything.
Let's go then.
Wait, you're leaving that halberd here?
No, I've got no use for it. I'm happy with the weapon I have.
As you wish. Let's go. Lucky those devils didn't try to wipe their tracks. Stick close, Henry. Definitely more than 5 of them. This way. Look, Henry. There's some girl there. Let's go to her. She might have seen something. Leave the talking to me so you don't scare her. Hey, girl! Wait! We want a word with you.
Who are you, sir? What do you want of me?
Have no fear, lass. I am Sir Jan Posey of Simburg. How are you called?
Fiolka, sir.
Well, Fiolka, we're on the trail of an armed band of bloodthirsty Hungarian mercenaries. Have you seen them? They carry curved swords and have strange clothes.
Curved swords? Mother of mercy? I haven't seen them, but demons like that must be hiding in them creepy ruins on the hill.
What ruins?
Ma forbade me to go there. Wait, sir? Did you say you're from Simburg?
I did.
But then you must know it. That's what those ruins are called. Simburg. Ma told me there used to be a great knight living there. Was that your papa?
What? Those bastards are holed up in our abandoned castle.
Wait, you said Simburg. Posey, is that your castle? What's the story?
I told you our family's from these parts. Those ruins are our castle, abandoned for hundreds of years. I didn't realize we were so close to it.
It's close by, but Ma doesn't allow me to go there. Once, my brother found an old rusty sword there.
Your mother's a wise woman, and you should listen to her. Best be off home. It's not safe here. Let's go, Henry. It's time the Lord of Simburg returned home with a sword in his hand.
Come on.
I'll be with you
I'll
tonight.
slay them all.
You show them these.
Hiding out in our ancestral home? Those bastards. We're on your heels, fuckers. You'll be sorry. Fuck. This is it. They must be hiding here, quietly. They're really hiding in the ruins of our castle. Kurva. I'll hack the lot of them to pieces. Come on. Let's try to get closer. Carefully. We don't know yet how to deal with them. Listen, here's how we'll go about it. There's more of them, but we have the element of surprise. We barge in, and get right in the middle of them. They've got archers, but that way their bows won't be worth a damn. We'll kill as many as we can before they get their wits together. But it'll still be tough. You have to watch everything around you, not give anyone a chance to get behind you. If they pile up on you, don't stop. They'll get in each other's way, and that'll be our opportunity. A quick attack and then fall back. No fancy stuff, all right?
What about your brother, though?
I haven't seen him. He must be hidden somewhere in the ruins. We'll cut those fuckers down and free him.
I think we'd have a better chance if we attacked at night.
And leave Miroslav there to rot in captivity? Fuck that. Let's attack now.
You said your brother was taken for ransom, right? They won't harm him. Otherwise, they wouldn't get paid. If your brother is half the knight you are, he'll hold out, and we will catch them off guard.
Have it your way, then. We'll hide and wait till dusk. Well, it doesn't get any darker than this. Remember what I said, and let's go. Are you ready?
Up and at them.
All saints be with us, Henry. At them. For Thimberk and our ancestors.
Better not forget about that council assembly.
You're in for an ass-kicking, you piece of shit! Do it! Come on, scum! Surprise!
Nem kellett volna faszom az a lázat! A lovak széjjel téged! Közel vannak! Üssétek őket! És ennyi volt! Baszok rá! Egyenes! A francba! Meg fogom fájni! Már meg! Essünk túl rajta!
Na faszomba!
No, you
Gyerünk, visszavezet! Te hullajelölt! Nem kellett volna felbasznod minket, te pöcs! Imádkozz, bocsadék! Kivel ez?
Nem érek rá egész nap! Gyorsan lerendezzük! Essünk túl rajta! Kis füvet!
Something. Damn. Oh, I hope nothing's missing. No. I have everything. That's a lot of blood. This should stop it. That's the last of them.
Fucking scum! Hey, Henry! We've got to find Miro. I'll take the north end of the castle and you search the south.
Help me, lad. Help me!
Miroslav of Timberg.
What? Who are you? What's all the noise outside? A battle?
Battle's over. My name's Henry. I came with your brother to rescue you.
Posey's alive?
A little bloody, but alive, yes.
Ha ha! Where is he?
Outside.
Thanks, Henry. Let's go and see him then.
Miro! Miro!
Christ. This whole castle's falling to pieces and this fucking thing's solid as a rock.
Miro!
You fellas took your sweet time?
There you are, you ungrateful son of a bitch. What's the matter? Been tugging your bone too much?
I'm still strong enough to get you on back.
All right. Good old Simberg. Home sweet home, eh? It's a bit ironic you saving my neck right here, eh? Poetic almost. Nice fucking poem.
Nice work, Henry. I couldn't have managed it without you.
I'm grateful to both of you, seriously. But what the fuck took you so long?
I went to Suchdol after the ambush to recruit some men to help.
Well, you didn't find many. They wanted coin, huh?
Not even for coin. All I found was a bunch of chicken shits hiding behind the walls. Not one pair of balls among them.
What about Henry here?
Henry's not a local, fortunately.
Where are you from, Henry?
From Skalitz, sir.
Sir, my arse. Call him Tugbone like everyone else.
Tugbone?
It's a long story. I'll tell you another time.
A story he doesn't like to hear.
Yeah, about as much as you love telling it.
True. Never mind, Henry. Tell us instead how you learned to handle a weapon so well. That was fucking lovely. You should have seen us, brother. We were like two angels with flaming swords.
Seriously, Henry, where did you learn to fight? Posey doesn't praise anyone's swordsmanship without a good reason. I'm sorry I missed it.
I've had a few teachers, and a lot of practice, too. But it was the Ratai captain, Sir Bernard of Oleschnitz, who taught me the most.
I don't know him.
Nor I.
He's an excellent swordsman, and a tough teacher.
Tough teachers make tough warriors.
So, what are you two gonna do now it's all over?
Over? We've barely started, Henry. Miro, please tell me you know where they took it.
I don't know where, but I know who. When we arrived, the band split up. The leader is a big cunt called Sharkan who speaks a bit of our language. He questioned me, but I told him to go fuck himself, and he gave up on it.
So it seems we still have some bloody work ahead of us. But first, we must reward Henry here. Here, you've earned this fair and square.
Thanks.
If you want to earn a bit more, stop by in a few days. Armed and ready for action, like today. Meanwhile, we'll camp here, then go back to bury our men and find out where the rest of those whore sons are hiding.
What did they steal from you that was so important?
Oh, sorry, Henry, but I can't answer that. It's a question of honor.
He helped us, though, didn't he, Posey?
Be quiet. If anyone finds out, we're fucked. It's bad enough that our own mother is refusing to hand over our inheritance. Or have you forgotten why we're here?
No, I haven't.
I thought so. Sorry, Henry, but it's really not possible. Once we find our stuff, everything will be clear. Right now, it would do more harm than good.
So this is your family seat. It looks a bit neglected.
And it's been abandoned for ages.
Our clan has a certain tradition of, becoming impoverished.
Ah, bollocks. Just because we weren't born with a golden tit in our gobs doesn't mean we have to die like beggars. Our ancestors had to abandon Simburg, but our fortunes turned. We've got another Simburg castle in Moravia.
Which we had to abandon too, brother.
Aye, for now. And now, the Simburgs have their seat in Engelsberg.
But we had to leave there when our own uncle denied us father's inheritance.
We'll get it back, though.
Actually, I'd be interested to know why they call you Tugbone.
Ha ha! Here we go!
Oh, come on! It's a long story. We don't have time for it.
Oh, go on, brother. Tell it.
I won't! You'll just start...
I won't,
Bollocks! I don't believe you.
Oh, well, I'll just tell it myself.
Jesus Christ, you can't...
Oh, come on. It's a good laugh. When she used to come early in the morning, and one time... she walked into Miro's chamber and caught him... I can't finish.
Oh, for Christ's sake! She walked in just when I was... playing with my hobby horse. That's all.
You were what?
Yeah,
She never came back to the castle again after that.
maybe that's why you can hardly read.
Yeah, could be.
Well, I wasn't sure what to expect. Not that.
I'd appreciate if you didn't mention it to anyone.
Naturally. Otherwise, we'd have to kill you.
What? I'd never...
I'm just... Yeah. Tell anyone you like. It's a...
All right. Bear your offer in mind.
Thanks for rescuing me, Henry.
Look out for yourselves.
Quick, quick! Quick! Ka! 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 Quick! Ja! Ka!
This one.
Ja! Quick! Ka! Go! Quick!
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
We ought to go and see Rosa. She'll be expecting me. Ah, and I mustn't forget about the city council.
They say you're too bashful. I'm not some piece of meat that anyone can grab whenever they want. As long as... Greetings to you.
Ah, I need to take a load off.
And what are you interested in, sir?
I've heard the girls here can work wonders. I'd like to see that for myself.
My girls know how to make a fella happy.
What I really need right now is a little taste of paradise.
All right, but money up front.
I'll gladly pay you.
Great. My girls will take good care of you, Henry. I'm sorry if I startled you. That's just the way I like it. I'd be happy to do it again next time. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Though he's also caused many a restless night for the lasses around here.
Good to see you. Slowly. Nice and slow. Whoa, whoa.
Nice wound!
Slow down, you idiot!
Whoa, whoa.
Thank you for fighting by our side and helping defend against the Mint Master. May God be with you, Henry.
God grant you health.
By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favourite book? Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it? Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about?
I read a bit of it.
What did you think?
While reading it, I thought the writing style seemed familiar.
Really?
Well, yeah. As if I knew the writer himself. Or herself.
Women writing books. Come now.
Why not? I bet they would write better than many men.
Such audacity.
More like experience. I once helped with copying. Most of it was boring drivel.
I can imagine. A person does all that work to learn to read and write, but then they sit you down at a table to copy the works of others for the rest of your life.
Waste of time, right?
Not just time, above all, talent.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise. Or a whole book?
I've been through quite a bit, but I never thought of writing it down.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
A pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. What should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
There are heaps of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
I admire courage in girls. They're weaker than men, and life is rarely easy for them. But they still don't give up.
Do you know one like that? Tell me about her.
How could I not? After all, I'm looking at her.
You think I'm brave? Father says I'm more rash, always acting before thinking.
Well, nobody's perfect. But in my opinion, you're certainly brave.
Enough, you flatterer, or I shall blush. We'd better get to writing. Let's say we write about a woman who is brave and isn't afraid to say what she thinks. Would she do it for herself or for someone else?
Make her brave for someone she loves. That's much more commendable than if she were only thinking of herself.
You can't disagree with that. And to make things a little more interesting, the love will be secret and forbidden, because forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest. Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch, especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Lie on the ground on your stomach and swing your legs. But not much. Like you're lazing around.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Well, now we're done.
Oh, finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward. So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
There's too much moralising in there for my taste. But I like it otherwise.
Every proper story should have a moral, right?
Well, yeah. But it seems to me that we're forcing it down the reader's throat a bit too much.
God knows some people won't understand it otherwise. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Oh, it's pretty, really. Don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I. I'd like to see you again sometime. Would you mind if I stop by?
Please do. I'll be glad. It will certainly be enlightening for both of us.
You said you could teach me something. What did you have in mind?
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All. Let's say then I come on bended knee. What scholarship can you pass on to me?
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside of books, or if you prefer action. But I warn you in advance that it will not so.
I'd like you to you shoot like...
I prefer the...
Will you teach me?
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Are you blind? You almost ran into
Quality goods, the finest wares.
Going to see the Mint Master. May I enter?
Any fool could say that. What do you want from him?
I have an appointment with him.
All right. Go ahead then. But don't waste too much of his time.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the City Council Assembly. I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Sigismund's just a usurper. Wenceslas is the only true Bohemian king.
Singing Ruthard's song, eh? I might have known. Speak then. What do you want? And tell the truth.
That's none of your concern.
Oh, really? Then about face and go back where you came from.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
All right. That seems like a fair deal.
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is Zum Eisernen Adler.
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
Careful.
Come and take your pick.
What do you need?
I'll have a look at your wear.
Maybe next time then.
A fine day for some fine wares.
I'll grant you help. Ornate pouches.
I'm sorry.
For some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Don't be shy. Come closer and take a look. Quality goods here. Honey pies! Pies like no other. Juicy pet, a fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Do your shopping here, and you're in the clear.
Good day.
Finest wares, quality goods. What's for sale? Apple.
Fine wares here. Quality merchandise.
Embroidery.
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
A wonderful day for a wonderful purchase.
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it. So I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right, then. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you. I promise.
You better not. Take care for now.
Strong, well-made pots.
Take your pick.
Buy 2 pots. I've got lots. Have a bowl.
I'm thinking of buying a rogue. Or maybe a punt.
What do you want a boat for?
So I don't drown in all this shit.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Tranta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
He got as drunk as a lord. Totally pie-faced. Then he fell into a ditch, and now he's staggering around the streets, God knows where.
I might have expected. Once, he turned up with a hangover, and as soon as he smelt wine, he threw up all over the chapel door. I told him if that ever happened again, he was for the boot. Oh, well, you'll have to take his place for today. I've no time to find someone else. We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. There is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have, and have you forgotten your hose? I can't let you into the chamber without them. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You won't be needing it anyway. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're running around tables. The royal waiter's livery has strict rules. So get changed quick and come back on time.
Here I am.
Let's have a look at. You've got a tunic, yeah. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You won't be. You don't want everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced...
I'm no greenhorn. I have plenty of experience. Not long ago, I poured wine for the Archbishop of Mainz.
Oh, I see. Forgive me. But allow me to give you one piece of advice. Sir Adam of Zarjitz will be among the guests. Don't pour wine for him. Otherwise he'll get drunk and disgrace us all in front of the king. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Absolutely. I'm a waiter, after all. Not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it, right?
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
The city reserves are in urgent need of new weapons. Unverzüglich. Our current Waffenarsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain? I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing.
The wine.
That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you
I
implying,
apologize, sir.
Fergus? All
Which
I'm
one?
saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The merciful King Segismundo is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better
Hey,
equipment?
waiter!
We can
Pour me
always
some monastery
confiscate
wine.
the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar
apologize,
with
sir.
the Yemenlich state
Which wine?
of our army.
Red!
The
Am I
king is
speaking in
surely
Latin?
aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes.
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation
Sir?
for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms
Well,
crossed for
thank
the
the
Raubritter
Lord.
to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can
White chap,
change his
pour
mind.
me red wine.
Vielleicht.
Monastery wine here. Monastery wine here.
Sir?
Well, thank the Lord.
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Another drop of white. Don't make me beg.
So, the cleanliness of the city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right,
The
Jerome.
cathedral will be
But a woman
standing
named Betty
before you
has showed
bring
up
me
in
that
Hopper
white.
and wants to repair the baths that used to be there.
She's a protege of Maresh. Her efforts are commendable, but I don't think she will succeed. It takes a firm hand, not soft, feminine fingers.
A moment ago, you were complaining there weren't enough baths. Shouldn't we support her?
Something like this is better handled by trustworthy people, like my friend, bathhouse proprietor Adam. The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
Nor overestimated.
Act like you're
If
deaf.
someone needs to wash, there's a river just a few steps from the city wall.
Oi, a full cup of monastery wine.
Sir?
About time. Another drop of white. Don't make me beg.
I apologise, sir. Which wine?
Tokai. That's the white.
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Sir?
Isn't it the same thing?
Thanks, thanks.
So, the cleanliness of the city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right, Jerome. But a woman named Betty has showed up on Hoprink and wants to repair the baths that used to be there.
She's a protege of Maresh. Her efforts are commendable, but I don't think she will succeed. It takes a firm hand, not soft, feminine fingers.
A moment ago, you were complaining there weren't enough baths. Shouldn't we support her?
Something like this is better handled by trustworthy people, like my friend, bathhouse proprietor Adam. The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
Nor overestimated. If someone needs to wash, there's a river just a few steps from the city walls.
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free as well. And while he's there, a man can shave and take a... you-know-what.
So what? Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
Horseshit! You know full well. Everybody
Monastery
knows.
wine.
He went to
Here.
fall with you.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right.
Haven't we met
Let's not
before?
burden the
Your
anointed
face is
monarch
familiar.
with such
Me?
I don't think so,
Compose
sir.
myself.
I'm sure I'd remember.
Heavens! Could I be mixing you up with someone else?
I beg your pardon.
No matter.
I
Back
demand
to work.
that you...
Ruhe! Franz, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, it is
Tokai, and a full cup.
As I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't
apologise,
like
sir.
Rutard, true.
Which
but
wine?
In this
Tokai!
case, it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true.
Are they only just
Because if
pressing
we
the
don't do
grace for
something
the
about him,
Tokai?
the king himself will put an end to him, and
Thank
soon.
you, waiter.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Are you
Hey,
accusing
waiter.
me of
Pour
lying?
me some monastery wine.
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened?
I'm not
Sir?
keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating
Well,
around
thank
the
you.
town. Yes, Rutard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Rutard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirt.
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom
boy,
to us.
a full
It's
cup
now
of
run by the
monastery
German Menhard. Who knows who that fellow is?
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself. And to accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are punished by the bailiff. And that's that. There are more pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing than the open contempt of the whole town garrison. The guards are apparently settling accounts their
Refill,
own
sir?
way.
Do you
We'll
think I come to
soon
the
be the
council just to
laughing
guzzle
stock of the
wine?
whole
Come
town.
here.
You can rest assured the whole town is already laughing at us all day long. So what if they have one more reason?
My words exactly.
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
I really shouldn't, sir.
A fine servant you are.
Get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Since there's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals, the building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to mock a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen,
Hey,
start
waiter.
with night shifts.
Because those so-called craftsmen are a band of parasites.
I apologise,
You pay
sir.
them, they
Which
come
one?
late,
Tokai.
or report sick,
That's the
and if
right.
they do come, their work is shit, and you have to pay someone else to put it right. It's a waste of time. I tell you, a waste of time.
Adam, don't interrupt the proceedings.
You, lad.
Random ranting.
You look familiar to me.
You are, it's right.
Have we
And
met?
as for you, Benjamin,
Well,
haven't you
naturally.
noticed there's a war
I go to your
going on?
tavern almost every day.
Are the
Really?
experts from far off
Then
supposed
you
to
must
work
have
in
decent
secret
wages
sea?
to be able to visit the best tavern in town regularly.
There's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaint.
Oh, you do you? And what would that be?
Like For instance, that you'd like to... have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave
Okay.
is mine.
The hell freezes over, my friend. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar
Boy,
in the
you
cathedral.
deaf or something?
Just like you bought
Fine.
yourself a seat in this
Right.
council.
How dare you?
Good.
I
Now
acquired
run on.
my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Obrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course.
I apologize.
People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten.
Sir?
What do we have to discuss next?
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Azonal Juchagase, Alegiop Katonaikat, Ishkelkinek Utra.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
And like this plan of fight!
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. See more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. Like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Gutenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Gutenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And dumber.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gutenberg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle. Many great men fell there.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me. So I settled down in the presbytery in Ujits.
Then, what are you doing here at a meeting of opponents of the crown?
Ah, the Lord moves in mysterious ways. You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
They'll be at each other's throats before dinner.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
We would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
Maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, He's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Scarlet's?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobila, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait? Cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? 2 well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the sooner. At a gallop.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves. But he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who'll push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Bocek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Wallstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Bocek of Kunstadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Wallstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a
male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her, and that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans. God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
How do you know Liechtenstein's behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans, but they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary, sees his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Harman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorim's groom has eyes everywhere.
Take a look at that. A nightingale surrounded by hawks.
I heard something.
Hey, you! What are you doing here? No one's allowed in here.
I'm just leaving anyway.
Servus.
That won't please Lord Oderin.
As if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Like my wall.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
Not even Bocek?
Not even
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Ha! Even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without a by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
We'll talk later and in private. Right now we have more important things to attend to.
Don't try my patience.
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Alder.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
I refuse to fight. I'm here as an envoy, not a jester.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Oderin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson, and he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame, as always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard. Quietly. They don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see?
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Look in my eyes,
Enough.
not at my sword.
That will do. My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the Archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Why? Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days? He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me, and tell me what it's all about.
Do I have any choice?
If it's really that important, you don't.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Look out!
Excellent. Excellent.
They're without one.
We're trying to forge an alliance against our common enemy.
One beer, They're trying to do one thing and one thing only.
Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men at arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men at arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
it's not just your money I want to draw on. Believe it or not, we've gained other patrons for our cause too.
Really? Name at least one of those lunatics then.
Anna of Volstein, for instance.
Truly? Well, let's see about it then.
I wouldn't mention the word lunatic.
All right, let's discuss it, candidly. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Segismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund?
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
He may be young, but he's got something between his ears. He's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate that's his by right, he'll be well secured for life.
If he gets it. Right now, Hanush lords over Rattay and seems quite happy with that state of affairs. On the other hand, the lords of Leipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. If he agrees, we can celebrate our alliance.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
What?
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
I've gained us a powerful ally.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary, it's Bocek, the Elder of Kunstadt and Podjebrad.
Kunstadt? My Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the hell did you do it?
Well, there's one little catch. I had to promise him... I don't even know how to begin.
Out with it.
Lord Kunstadt has a niece, so... I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstadt. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the Abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. And let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers to you, and to your parleying skills.
So, Bocek, your niece Yitka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yitka and the unhappy Lord Cable.
Here's to a good bargain.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstad will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords?
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord, but we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours. They'll give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.